Okay, check. I think we are live. Hello, everybody. This is Negative Light. I hope that you are having a good day. Once the bot comes up, I'll make sure to give you all the instructions on how to join in the festivities tonight. We are going to be playing Goose Goose Duck. Hopefully, we get enough people. Last time we tried, we did not. So, how you can join? You'll have to join my Discord, and then make sure to click the role that allows you to join streams. It'll be worded like that when you join. Hello, Nate. Welcome to the stream. He's also right here beside me, so whatever. Oh man, I gotta sneeze. So you'll join my Discord and then go down to stream prep. We'll have the code down there at the bottom. So just make sure that that is there and a present for y'all. And let me pop out chat so that I can control it a little bit better. A little bit better. I wish that this is a game that I wish they would integrate some streaming stuff. Played Up has some stream integrations, but all of them are for Twitch. And that's one of the things I'm like, YouTube needs to work on the streaming stuff. They are working a lot of changes, and I have heard like they have developers on it right now working. So I'm very curious to see if they will be making changes soon. Discord, that's what I want up. Let me be absolutely certain that the code is up.
Probably hired to find creative ways to counteract the ad blockers.
Actually, no, they have basically put out a statement that they're probably going to abandon the ad blocking tool.
Because they sort of made them better in the process.
Well, what happened was, you know, there's a huge motivation to do ad blocking. So ultimately, I think YouTube ironically also benefits from ad blockers to some degree. And I think that like one of the things they could do is make it easier, like basically say, hey, we noticed you have an ad blocker and we know how to turn off the ad blocker. Would you like to turn it off for this channel? So that, you know, it's like kind of advertise it as a part of you're supporting this channel by turning off your ad blocker on this channel. Because a lot of people who do ad blocking, they'll turn it off for like their favorite creator or whatever.
Well, thing is, I turn it on because of the reason that there is very sus ads on YouTube.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, not mine.
I personally have had YouTube Premium for a while, and I actually only started watching stuff on YouTube in 2018. So yeah, like I did not have access to YouTube. It ever seems like I'm way behind on culture, it's because I am. But yeah, so there's a lot going on there. And of course, you know, like with Negative Light Media and stuff going up, like you're working on the Sandbox game, which that's not on Negative Light Media yet. He's working on some stuff. He's been working on a prototype to show me so I can understand what he's actually wanting to do. And in the future, we're going to kind of use that type of process in some kind of event. I'm going to have to think it through and draw up plans and then make statements and junk.
The prototype is pretty much like kind of done. I just need to, I'm making a new version that's going to be like the final like refactor and improvement. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Presented. My original demo, the actual demo was literally just me messing around with script, trying to get things to work properly. I literally got fluid simulation working in GD script. Imagine the speed increases in the gains.
Yeah, no, you were talking about the speed bump coming from C#, which I do have the .NET version installed on my lap. Oops, I muted myself by accident.
Cut out.
I muted myself by accident. So I'm using my Steam controller, and if I bump left trigger, it disables all audio, and then I have to do the trigger and bumper to re-enable. So if I hit left trigger, it's deafen, and if I hit the bumper, it's mute. So I can just like It's actually useful as a streamer because then we can be running around and like, especially if we're doing stuff with more streamers, it's like we're running around and I need to respond to chat. I can just yada 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 yada, mute blah 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 to chat, and then I can unmute once I'm done talking to chat.
Yeah.
Which you're only getting like half the conversation, which is hilarious, but
also I find it pretty funny that I asked you like maybe 3 times already if you want to see my Sprout world and have like a tour and me send you the world file.
You showed me your survival world. I'm not sure if I'm not sure what we'll do about that. I've got like a dozen things that I want to work on. As far as like kits and tools, and I got a lot. Like we were talking about the mod pack tooling that I'm thinking about making, because I want more dynamic mod packs.
Also, speaking of mods, if you want to contribute, you can join our shameless plug here. Join our GitHub.
Yes. So we have a GitHub organization called Negative Light Media. So Crazy Smile is one of our developers over there. We do offer some compensation, ironically, at this point. It's not a lot, but we do have a lot of backing as well, and we have
my whole 4 cents.
Yeah, no, it's not a lot. Again, like we don't make a whole lot more than I should say this. I make more because I have more things up on the platform. But we do have the backing, we have the knowledge to kind of help you get your mods up, running on NeoForge, Curse, Fabric, Quilt, and Forge. So that's nice for Minecraft mods specifically. I do mostly Minecraft content usually, so most of my videos are Minecraft. As a matter of fact, I just released a whole tutorial as well as some accompanying shorts on how to set up your Prism mod packs and export those. So if you'd like to check that out, you can of course subscribe, like, share. We are definitely not trying to fill in time. So we are waiting on people to join. Again, join the Discord. Make sure to go stream joining, and then down in stream prep, there will be a code for you. That code will always be coming from me or Mia, typically.
Or someone breaking the rules, which will be immediately banned.
Well, yeah, there's other reasons, but yeah.
Also, speaking of mods as well, I also refactored some of the code in New Vegas, so it actually runs faster, and it runs with 64 bits. It's a 32-bit game, like out of the box.
Yeah.
Meant for older systems, and I refactored it so it runs on 64-bit.
It's going to be interesting if we ever actually do start. I mean, it seems like Windows is now removing the mentality of eternal backwards compatibility, which was never really true to begin with, but they did keep a lot of really old things for the sake of backwards compatibility, and now they're kind of getting rid of it. They're trying to clean up the code. As a matter of fact, I've heard Windows 12 is supposed to be like smaller and lighter weight because they've gotten rid of a bunch. And of course, my personal pet theory that they're probably going to involve the Linux kernel into the Windows ecosystem fully. It's technically always there anyways, because of the Windows subsystem for Linux and PowerShell, but we shall see.
Yeah. Also, it supports 4K textures now. I haven't made any texture packs for it, but it supports it now.
Interesting. I didn't know that Fallout New Vegas was even... I guess you can decompile the game if you have the right tools.
It took longer than it should have. Spaghetti code on Bethesda's part.
I mean, it seems like most game companies are fairly broken.
I love that they literally use a 20-year-old engine. And a 20-year-old at the time it was released. It was meant for DOS games. And they're still using it to this day in Starfield.
The thing is, right, I would say don't destroy your engine. Continuously upgrade it. So it's like in between game cycles, you should be spending a good chunk of dev time upgrading, fixing, and updating that engine.
Like
And
the gains
hopefully-
between 3 and New Vegas were amazing. Like they're like large gains, but
Yeah.
worse performance, to be honest. But the gameplay is a lot better and there's a lot less bugs.
Yeah.
No, unless if it's Doc Mitchell's head turning around in circles nonstop.
I mean, I don't really do too much with decompiling, and most of those games I don't even play. I don't think I own a single Bethesda game. Now I think about it.
God, Howard is upset at you now. By the way, that's what the community calls him now. He has his own personal cult that worships him.
We're gonna see if people are able to join.
Also, the game normally runs at like 1.5 gigs maximum in RAM. I got to go with the 4 gigabytes. Now it crashes a heck of a lot less. The #1 crash for New Vegas is literally just memory running out of their virtual machine. Yeah, a lot of the code runs in a VM within a VM in their code, so it's very inefficient. Also, I replaced the stack as well. It runs at 60 frames on modern computer. Improvement of 15 FPS.
Yeah. So yeah.
It runs better on. It literally runs better on XP than Windows 10 base.
Huh.
Now it runs just as well.
Interesting.
Optimization. I'm surprised they haven't done it yet themselves.
So we are going
also,
to see.
I'm not going to. By the way, just to clarify, I'm not going to distribute it because technically it's against their TOS to distribute any in modifications that are to the code itself. But you can distribute mods normally, as long as they don't modify the C code.
Yeah.
Whew.
So
Their TOS goes against actually modifying it. Just you can't distribute modifications.
yeah. So
Cause
something to note: I will be taking next week off completely. Just one, I need a break. Two, holidays. So next week I'm taking off. I'll be using it to like go and upgrade some stuff anyways. So the streams will probably come back a little bit better. I think I'm gonna swap to AV1 encoding, which will allow me to basically pick between higher bitrate or higher quality, which is kind of cool. Apparently it's really good. I don't really have any way to do this, but if I can multi-stream my my side camera, it'd be kind of cool. I might eventually multi-stream to Twitch. I don't know. YouTube's API kind of sucks, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, you could just have 2 OBS windows open.
There is a way to do some of the modifications. Oh, okay. I'm gonna drop the discussion time, and maybe I'm gonna drop the other time as well. So let's see here.
So who's gonna manage the server when you're gone? Is it gonna be Mia or GFDX or?
I've already got several people. Oh, okay. That's weird. I don't like that. Okay.
Also negative. Okay, I dare you to get a Canadian VPN, to go into a virtual machine, and then go into YouTube's homepage.
Why would I?
Without any account.
Oh, swap. I mean, I
You'd
have
be
a
surprised.
VPN. I don't even have to go on a VPN.
You'd be surprised of how degenerate that place is.
Well, that's what happens when you block content from the US, where like 50% of the content on YouTube is coming from. Well, that or India.
Yes.
Either way, like I don't think there's very many Canadians making content to begin with. Like I think I know a higher percentage, but not a ridiculous percentage.
I love that YouTube is crying so hard. It's like recommending the same video twice in a row, by the same person, in multiple locations when you scroll down. Hehehe.
How do I? Okay, that's annoying. I'm just gonna swap to this to check out what all. You can't even buy anything, I don't think. Get another shirt. I think I was saving up for something specific.
Well, also, if no one comes, we can just pivot the stream over to programming.
Well, I probably won't pivot the stream, but we will probably end the stream early today. Because reasons. Obviously, if we can't play, if we don't have people, it's going to be very hard to play, so...
Yeah.
And I have learned my lesson with making a lobby public. I don't think... Yeah, like I have the maximum number, but... It is very interesting as a content creator to see the relationship of shorts and videos. If you link a short to your video, so using the related video feature, it actually does boost the video. So my create mod tutorial, my Prism mod pack creation thing, I have it connected like 4 shorts, and one of them took off. Mind you, they're like search focused shorts, so they're not optimized, but it actually did take up a little bit, and it's not even like due to related shorts. It does have a little bit of traffic from that now that I'm seeing, which is nice. I like to see that. But it is helping people get more more
so
stuff.
How much watch hours do you have until you get monetized?
Let me look. I'm on the studio right now, so let me go look. I'm at 886 of 3,000 before I can get supers. So it's just a lot of watch hours, and that takes time to get to. So, but yeah, if you'd like to participate, basically the general rule of thumb is you have to watch actual videos. So like streams don't count for some reason, or streams when they're live don't count, but afterwards do. So if you do want to help out, as far as that goes, but the goal is basically to just be putting out more content. That's really what I need to be doing. So yeah, that's why, like you've seen, I think I've done almost on average probably a video every other week. Yeah. And I was hoping to get one out this week, but there was something that came through the pipeline for the mod I was gonna put a video out on that I have to go fix before I can make a video on it, or before I make a video on it. And then I got 2 redstone builds lined up for next month.
A dumb question. Couldn't you just get community, like the community can make stuff and submit it to you, and then you can approve or disapprove it and maybe upload it?
So I don't want them to make videos, but I am working. I'm basically using Helix as a guinea pig for this, ironically. But it's, well, to some degree it's because he's more willing to be honest with me, because he, you know, as well as he's more trusting of me as well. So I want to figure out how to make builds, and then what I would probably do is figure out a way to effectively take and get like schematic files from people, MBT files specifically, that I can load up, look at, and see, okay, does this build work? Does this build do what I need it to do? Or like, what does it present? And like, that's some of the stuff, because I want to get back into redstone. I have been enjoying playing with the crafter and the copper bulb. Me and Helix actually have a Alternos server that we were playing on with that. So
also,
yeah.
If you want, I can send you some of my contraptions.
Yeah, there's all sorts of crazy things we can do. I want to hone in on a couple areas specifically, so we shall see. We shall see. Yeah, so the Skulk video ironically is picking up right now. Like it's been picking up for the last couple weeks. It's weird. No, I don't want to open stream elements. It sucks.
Also, I really find it funny that they're literally like, okay, Skulk's not popular. As soon as the new blocks come out, they're like, ooh, more redstone stuff. Let's look at redstone components, see what they can do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing is each redstone component adds something interesting. I do dislike the recent change with the copper bulb and the crafter to be on the 2-tick cycle. Apparently that is actually due to a technical limitation on the bedrock side, which I agree with people's opinion on the fact that's like, y'all should focus on fixing parity is making that possible, because even if you change the crafter back, most people actually did like the copper bulb, and that makes sense to have a 1-tick block like that. It would be really cool. It added a lot of capabilities. The crafter was okay. And like I can get why Mojang did it, because it is a little OP having all of that in one block, but the copper bulb I think was a good candidate to have that capacity. And the fact again, I'm of the opinion at this point that I think Java should effectively be like the Wild West for updates. And then Bedrock should be like a slow and steady plod if they're going to do it. Parity should not be their concern with Java. Basically, they should just see with Java's like the early adopters, and it's like, does this even work in Minecraft? And just start slinging updates. And so we might have a 1.20, 1.12 or something where we're getting like minor updates maybe let's say every other month. I don't think monthly is a good decision. One, because there is like processes and stuff, and those just take time.
Yeah. Also, it wouldn't surprise me if they're gonna add like a data pack that changes it back. I really don't like that change they made.
No, it's not a data. It's a code change. So you can't make a data pack that does it. I mean, unless they did actually go in and make a experimental pack that would allow for it, which would be cool. Is like, hey, you know, we do agree, like, we should do it this way or whatever, but we shall see. Okay, we are getting Atreus, but we may not have enough people to start, which is gonna suck, because we only have 3, and I think we need 4 to start a game. Let me see here. I think, nope, wrong button. 5. We need at least 5 people to start a game, which is kind of sad.
I wonder how far can you push the Minecraft engine before you can't add stuff to it? The technical debt is too big.
So I think we've actually kind of been, so when it comes to code, you not being able to add something is not always, as a matter of fact, very rarely is it a hard limit. Rather, it tends to be like, it just becomes incredibly hard to add something, right? And I think we've already gotten there. I think that, like, the Caves and Cliffs update proved that. And I think Mojang might be moving towards, like, every other year. Breathe. Dude, why do I need to breathe?
Yeah.
Hello there.
Hello, and Star as well. Welcome back. I do think that, and this was my prediction for Minecraft Live next year, is big updates, like Caves and Cliffs level updates, are going to return. And I even think with more announcements involved with them, because it sounds like they're basically moving to trying to optimize the code to make things very smooth. I do know underneath the hood, because again, I've been making mods since before the Caves and Cliffs update. Really, like, alongside the development with that. And so I've been watching it change, and a lot of things have changed underneath the hood to such a degree that actually, like, a lot of mods had to skip versions. Okay, he's loading up Goose Goose Duck right now.
Also, I'm thinking, why don't they implement RTX in Java?
RTX. Ray tracing. I am not certain why. I would bet 1 is a little bit of money, because I do believe on the Bedrock version they got some kind of funding for it. Which I you know, I know that's harsh, but it do be what it be. It is what it is.
Thinking of like, bruh, there's like creator packs that add RTX into Java.
Yeah, Instar,
compute
I
shaders.
get it. And if you don't feel comfortable joining, you don't have to. If you feel like joining, the code is in the Discord. I do think some level of it as well is maybe they feel like mods already do it, and so they don't need to. Because that's one of the weird things with Mojang is like they'll say, "Well, the mods already do this, so we don't need to do it." Or on the other side, they'll say, "Well, we don't want to add mod features," and I'm like, well, okay, if you're not going to add mod features, if you're not going to want to involve mods and stuff, then you're going to inevitably run out of features. Like, every feature they add will inevitably be in a mod at some point. I mean, heck, the cherry blossom biome, for example, was in multiple terrain generation mods. Because a lot of people like cherry wood. The pink colored wood. And so it's like, I do think that policy needs to go away, and I would like to see something like, I would like to see them add more mod features. Like, I would even like to see some simple...
Nice to have a better API. Non-programmers, well...
I mean, yeah, I don't think they're ever going to make a, I don't know that they're going to make a modding API. And honestly, I think at this point, I don't think they would be able to get away with, I don't think if they made one, it would be used or it'd just go alongside. It wouldn't like eliminate Forge and all that. Most people would just continue using Forge, Fabric, NeoForge, and just like, it would literally just become another entry in the builder thing that we have, the multi-loader. And so it'd just be another mod loader. It's not even a, you know.
Also, what they could do is they could potentially make a visual, like, you know, like visual scripting.
I mean, and that would be the only way. They would have to make it to where you could develop in-game for it to kill the other ones. But again, I could see the other ones then countering by making ways to do that. And it would be very interesting if we wound up making something with the multi-loader where you could do that and would actually make a multi-loader compatible mod for you. That would be a lot of work, so I'm too lazy to do that.
Me, that's literally making a simulator and Godot. Crappy physics. Physics is not very even in C#. Physics still sucks.
Yeah, so one of the things that people have mentioned is like the C++ implementation of Minecraft just always feels off and isn't quite as smooth. And I'll admit, like, yeah. Hey, I got you in start. Hey, we may not even be able to start because we might only have 4 people and we can't start with 4 people.
Yeah.
R3.
Well,
what is R3?
Oh,
it is clicking the thing. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, no, it's like we may only have 4 people. I'm gonna wait for Atreus to come on, and then because he might be able to invite some people.
Yeah. Against your own rules, you said beginning a stream.
Valid. I will. At this point, it's kind of like I would prefer them to be in my Discord. Like, that's what I'm gonna say. Is like he can maybe say you know, poke some people and get them to come. But we'll see. We'll see.
If you pruned your Discord, there'll probably be like maybe like 10 people there.
Sadly, yeah. Discord. I don't know. There's a part of me that wants to invest in just set up a matrix, but I think I'm gonna work on setting up I got another Raspberry Pi, so I have my Home Assistant Pi, which I don't have a lot that I can connect it to right now. Like, even my Wake on LAN didn't work right, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. But I want to get it set up to work at least with my lights, and eventually I'm gonna add more stuff throughout the house. Try to get some like sensors and stuff.
Have an Arduino with a Wi-Fi or Ethernet shield. Then have it get sent packets to turn on or off things using relays.
I mean, yeah, that's the other thing. Like, I can do stuff like that. I just had to. I have to get back into programming those things, and I got like 2 Pi Picos, and I want to get some Pico Ws because those would be cool. That's the thing. Is like the Raspberry Pi Pico, I think, is going to take over the game. Especially because they are open sourcing the packet itself, the thing. But if we can't get enough people by like 7:30, we will probably wind up having to cancel the stream. That's kind of why I went ahead and made it shorter, because I had a feeling we weren't going to get a lot of people. I think last time we tried to stream Goose Goose Duck, we wound up running into this problem.
I think it was like some sort of like, it was just a short burst of people that wanted to play. Like,
yeah, hey, it is perfectly fine. This is a come hang out and play a fun game. This is not sit down and nerd out technically time. Now, inevitably, you have me here, so yeah, I'm gonna nerd out and I'm gonna talk about like modding and development and things like that. But I think the application still goes across is like making things open source, which basically just means making it so that the people who use it, or everybody can go and view and submit changes in some kind of request to a system, like a piece of hardware or a piece of software. Inevitably tends to make it better and allows it to be more competitive, ironically, because it's free. Yeah, and that's the thing. You may not be computer smart, but that doesn't mean you're not smart. You're just not smart in that space, which is fine. Because if everybody was computer smart, I wouldn't have a job.
The real question is, are you really smart? Or is it just an illusion?
I mean, given that I have a master's degree, I think I count as smart. I don't know though. There are some people that went to my college that I would not classify as smart that still graduated. And I mean people who just should not have graduated.
Also, it's just a piece of paper at the end of the day.
That is valid. I do get that. That is one of the reasons why I have taken up PKM, personal knowledge management, and just like if I have a thought, I'll jot it down. I use Obsidian. It is a tool I will always shill for. And so that's helped me get better at doing that, is like taking my thoughts and putting them to words. It's a process. It's not easy. I'm only now kind of getting into the stride of things. And I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm probably not all the way there.
I just love the fact that this is randomly, I just get like 20 pings at once. I'm like, what the heck's going on? Like, I know where they came from. Peekaboo.
So it does seem like this game is kind of, I don't know, slowing down. Like, it's at the point with Among Us where it's like, unless you have an assured group of people who will be there to play, you can't really play a game in a private server. And of course, we could attempt quick play, but quick play, it really only works if I'm doing it solo. You can't like make a party and do quick play. Is this Moose with Scarf that's playing? Yeah, this is Moose with Scarf.
All the plugs you made today.
I've made a couple plugs, yeah.
At least you're putting it out there.
Yeah.
At least you're not as good as Linus's plugs just yet.
Well, the thing is too is like, why did my friends list say forbidden?
No.
Hello.
Oh, there we go. Hey, we have a total of 3 people.
Yeah.
I'm like, if we don't have
Smaller
enough
than
people by
normal.
7:30, we're just gonna have to call it, which is kind of sad. But
Yeah.
the problem with like Goose Goose Duck is going through the same point in its life cycle like Among Us did, where it's like you really can't start a game without either making it public, which doesn't end well. Trust me, or having like a crew set up beforehand.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
so we might get 4 in-stars trying to join. So we just need to drag in one more person.
I have an idea.
How
Why
many
don't
do
we
you need to
just
start?
threaten someone?
5?
What?
How many?
Let's
How
threaten
many
someone
do
to
you need
join.
to start?
Join, or I will tickle you to death.
What?
Now.
We need 5 people minimum to start a game.
Ah.
So it's one of those. I get why they do it because the game becomes very unfair. But
Yeah.
yeah, again, if we don't have enough people
Still
by 7:30,
inconvenient.
which
Hopefully, shouldn't happen.
Well, the stream ends early. I can show you all the cool things I did.
yeah. So if you didn't know, Crazy Smile's working on a game for Negative Light Media, which is the kind of overarching company behind my channel. Because I do also like game dev stuff and mod development stuff. I haven't posted any of my game dev stuff because most of it's utter garbage.
Yeah.
But he's actually working on a game in Godot, like a physics sim game. It's pretty cool.
Well, if you ever
Yeah.
want someone to just do a basic playtest of the game, I'm open.
Yeah, we can definitely be working on setting things like that up. We also have 2 Minecraft mods. I've got an idea for a 3rd, plus a mod pack creation tool. It's kind of cool.
Cool.
No, most of these things are ideas in my head. I have not like written them down. I should probably go write that one down.
Negatives. I didn't say anything until you actually have something to say for it.
Yeah,
Negative,
you're
you gotta
right.
be-
I probably
you gotta
should.
Be red. You gotta change your color to red to match your shirt. You don't match your shirt except for you.
Go look at my channel colors.
Yeah, I get that it's purple, but you gotta match your shirt, man. The rest of us are doing it.
Its color is red as well.
Yeah.
You Elliot, man.
So,
right, fine, then I'll
Instar, I
flip
will
back to
say that Crazy Smiles game is definitely open-ended. It's a sandbox. So, but I do have Rollerball. I might try to set up Rollerball and actually get it out there. We need to find some things like what is it called? Modrinth for the game dev stuff. I think itch.io does that. We'll have to see. Because I like Modrinth's scheme.
Yeah.
Game. You're making it sound like they're like.
Why does it cost
Real or something.
1,000? Why does it cost 1,000 coins to buy a white T-shirt? And it's just like the basic white T-shirt, like the red, blue, and black ones.
Could make a horrible joke
Seriously?
here. I'm not going to.
Negative. Don't do it.
Nope, I'm
No.
not. I'm not. The fact that
Don't do
thought
it.
came through my head is a terrible thing. And you shouldn't think that way, kids.
Don't do it.
Yo.
How to get canceled in 3 easy steps.
Yeah.
With three ducks or gooses. The thing.
Geese.
Nah, I
Gooses.
want to do gooses because I want to make.
How to
an
get
imprint.
canceled while not being a Minecraft YouTuber, a Minecraft speedrunning YouTuber specifically, because like those ones.
Why did
yes.
it get canceled?
Dream. Just think about Dream for a minute.
Yeah.
Thing about toxic stalker fans.
True. Very true.
Yeah, no. If you think about it for a second, you'll know what I thought. And I'm just acknowledging the thought I think everybody had in the moment. personally.
Well, I didn't, so
Okay.
I can't speak.
Never
for
mind.
anybody
I'm
else,
just a
but
terrible human being.
I didn't think that.
But it's looking like we're not going to be able to line up a game. A couple people were not able to
Darn.
come and join like we were expecting, so it's gonna be sad.
Darn.
Yes. Be innocent, my child.
Time to randomly stream some Godots and pretend this mistake never happened.
No, I don't like doing that, because really what I have to do, I would have to delete the stream afterwards. Well, this I can just leave up and people can sit there and watch us ramble for 30 minutes.
Which I mean, that
It's
works.
always fun.
Yeah, like there's some interesting conversation in there.
We should make a podcast. Real for real.
That'd be
well,
interesting.
oh, you missed that announcement.
What
Podcast?
announcement?
Yeah, me and Blue, we're starting a podcast in January.
Who's Blue?
Blue is my best friend, Blue Phoenix 98. He also goes by just Blue Phoenix or Blue Fire Tales on YouTube. So he'll be starting his channel all the way back up soon. He's doing some animation stuff. But we're actually starting a podcast. We're going to be playing. We're going to be like talking about stuff in general. Very broad. We're definitely going to be like more interest focused. So a lot of AI, a lot of art, a lot of animation. For the big.
What?
So
missed the
Instar in my chat put out Blueford, the Big Red Phoenix. But yeah, so we'll be talking about, I think the big thing we're going to be talking about at first is AI and AI art. We actually have a guest lined up already. But we'll be doing a lot of discussion over a lot of things as well as current events. So think of it like a news channel type one, maybe. Not really. And that's one of the things we want to address is the beef and what people can do about it. There's several things. We've been talking about this for a long time. It's really just, I mean, when me and Blue get together, we can have some very deep and detailed and I think well thought conversations. And of course, we'll address the chat and try to like talk about some of the things. But in the background, we'll probably be playing Civilization. We're going to try to find some other kind of slow-paced games so that we can have the conversation with the game background, and then we'll probably end up trying to upload it. It'll be hosted on my channel for the first bit, and then if it actually takes off, it might go onto its own channel later on.
If you want, I can provide some footage of random games.
Yeah, well, so no, it's all going to be live, so we're going to be playing it live.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be interesting. Trying to have a podcast while doing live commentary.
Yeah, no. It's going to be interesting. Currently, it'll only be my POV of the Civilization game. We're going to try to see if we can find, like, a mod or something. But, yeah. Being able to join in and, like, again, we try, you know, some of the things is, like, if there's something contentious like AI art, we want to try to find people from multiple angles. But,
Yeah.
the goal is to... 1, dispel people's fears about a situation. 2, give people practical application. 3, just in general, at least from my side, like Blue side is sometimes just checking it out, talking about the cool parts about it. The big thing is also making a positive spin on, honestly, a world that a lot of people bring a very dark spin to, which is sad. It's one of the things like I put on,
Well, some days you are actually pretty upset, not gonna lie.
yes, and I would agree. Like, I have hard days, and there are a lot of hard days that I come on to this stream, and I will put on a little bit of a face. I don't like doing it. It's one of the things I try to do very minimum, and I'm very bad at it, too, which is usually why I have those bad days, and why I'm actually taking a break next week, and probably one later on in the holidays. Just so that I can rest. I haven't rested in a while. But having streams where, you know, I want to be a positive part of someone's day. So if I'm streaming that day and someone just had a really bad day, they can at least have one good thing that happened during that day. Literally multiplying by -1 for their life. Like, that's kind of the concept behind the whole channel, is flipping things. So it's negative in the sense of multiplying by a negative, which hopefully will make your day better. Don't think too much into that analogy. It's horrible when you start thinking about it. So stop there. Okay, don't take it any further.
What if our life is just a terrible analogy?
You're not wrong. But yeah, so I hope to make people's day better. I hope to, you know, be informative or beneficial or practical, but we shall see.
Yeah. One day that I become the guest in the podcast.
One day, maybe.
Hey, dopamine is one of the things we might actually make a conversation about that. I'll have to help Blue kind of lead him through the research on that, because like I have ADHD and autism, not diagnosed, but
I already know
I've taken all the tests and they haven't given me positive results that tell me it's negative. Because I've actually gone and tried to disprove both very thoroughly. And mind you, my brother's diagnosed with both. And me and him are very much alike, which is one of those things where it's like, crap, I don't want this to be true. So as much as I don't want it to be true, I probably have those. So it's like the dopamine and dopamine seeking and all that.
Yes. Let's. I know how to increase dopamine.
I mean, that's where you just have like really fun things and you have exciting things happen. And that's the cool part about like playing Civilization in the background, is we'll have these exciting moments. I'll probably wind up taking the stream, chop it up, and actually upload it. But I want to actually start maybe editing these streams first, and that might wind up being where the second channel gets spawned. But for now, I'll put it all in one because I just want to get to the point where we're making some money.
Yeah.
Some moolah.
Makes sense. Alright, well, it looks like we won't be able to,
Yeah,
play a
it's
game.
not looking like we're gonna get 5 people tonight, so I am very sorry, y'all. And I'm very sorry if you guys are coming and viewing the stream. But it does look like I'm gonna have to sign out here. It is 7:30. We really haven't been able to get anybody to join. I think we've been live for about 45 minutes. We've been alive for about an hour, so.
We've been alive for about an hour?
Really?
Well, I
Really?
started the live a couple minutes before, so it's probably closer to 45 minutes. Mind you, most of that's
No,
been
you said
me
you guys
waiting.
are alive. You said we're alive.
You've been
know I was
alive
live.
for 45
We've been
minutes.
live.
I've been alive. Whoa, I thought I was dead this whole time.
Really?
I think I started like
That's
5
news to
minutes
me.
early, so we're probably like 35 minutes in. So unless we can get someone to pop on in the next like moment, we will probably be signing out. And just trying to check out.
Negative. I will be in the Tech Talk VC. Well.
Okay. But I'm alive. No, live, like streaming.
He's live and alive.
Yes.
I
If
don't
I'm
think
not
he's live.
alive, if I die on stream, too bad. I'm kind of up a creek. Just DM Mia.
I'll call Mia.
Yeah, that's the thing. Just DM Mia. Please ping her, because she's pretty much the only one you'll have access to that has my well. I think Cap as well has my address. Does he? I don't think he has my address. But
Or someone that knows your old address.
well, yeah. Either way,
Oh.
Cap or Mia can get in contact with the right people to make sure I'm alive. Okay. But why are we talking about death? I think about death a lot, so that's actually some of the reason Negative Light Media exists is my legacy project. But if you guys would like to join in the future, I think we're not gonna do Goose Goose Duck again unless we actually get like 5 people who can say we're going to play and we agree to show up on Saturday, and probably want to have a couple. But make sure to join the Discord. Okay. That's going to show up in chat here in just a second. I need to make a button to do it instead of having to type in the command. Okay, join the Discord. Make sure to join in on the next stream in the future. again, I really do hate having to cut this short, but I don't. I really cannot pad for time too much longer. I have so much material prepped. I can't pad for an hour. I'm sorry.
It's like my
2 hours.
Portal video this morning that never happened because there were like 305 people in front of me waiting to get into the game.
Yeah. So, without further ado, this is Negative Light signing out, and God bless y'all.
And this is Aetherius, also signing out.